again. Every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. This close of border no work. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Thomas. Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more in Anubia. You hear more kind of woo. When we are telling you, you don't know no. We are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusas. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she will dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, you know, her hair. Medusa's hair is snake. Because of the power in Medusa. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke na de ngosi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi Chineke na kiwe biko dakiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpesu n'ụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mezuru ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo kwensu bụ zoo Nigeria lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke na de ngosi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi Chineke na kiwe biko dakiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpesu n'ụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mezuru ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma ọ ga.
And we are not going to stop. I want the world to understand me very clearly. We are not going to stop. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter how many lives they extinguish. It doesn't matter the genocidal tendencies they bring with them into our land. We are not going to stop. Everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody remotely interested in justice and peace must understand this. Our destination is freedom, and that very place we're heading to is Biafra. And nobody, no soul on this earth can stop us. Instead of Biafra not to come, we all perish. I want our adversaries, our enemies to understand this very, very clearly. We are not going to retreat, not one iota, not 1 inch, because Biafra must come. Because the hatred have continued to this very day. As I'm speaking and addressing all of you right now, they are still arresting, extrajudicially murdering people in our land, people who are alien to our culture, our way of life, our tradition. They are in our land directing their people to slaughter, to kill without mercy. Unfortunately, those we regard as political leaders have connived with these people to ensure the decimation of their own population. That is the type of nonsense we can no longer condone, as you all know.
The time you kidnap Biafrans and enforce their disappearance is over. And of course, Biafrans that are going to be victims of this kidnapping by the Nigeria state, all you need to do is to lie on the floor of whichever. One thing people don't know is that we, this current generation fighting for Biafra liberation, we understood something that many people don't understand in the past. We understand that power, every power is given by God. So why do you discriminate other power, whether evil or good? I want you to understand that this particular freedom we are fighting, if we do not push Nigeria out of our land, we will never have peace. Nobody ever thought of why the devil, why the Satan, or whatever it's called, why was Satan pushed from the heaven to earth? For peace to be in heaven, for peace to reign. Because if devil or Satan is still in heaven, according to Bible, do you think you'll be struggling to go to heaven today for Christians? You will not. Nigeria said it's going to be a London to what the heaven will look like. If devil is Satan is still there. So I want people to think towards this particular. So it is the same thing with Nigeria. Any time and any day you wake up in Biafra land and see there is still a presence of Nigeria in Biafra territory, there will never be peace. So we must chase Nigeria away, just the way God chased Satan from heaven. Back to where they come from. Everything in Nigeria, we will remove them. Educational system will be removed. Even the religious, the way they worship in Nigeria, oh my God, you need to see our constitution. So what I'm saying is starting from the constitution of the Biafra, the United States of Biafra. So we need to chase Nigeria just like they chase Satan from heaven to wherever they belong to, for peace to reign and return in our land.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. We appreciate every one of you that has connected to this program. Please like and share. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you so that they can get this message. We are going to have a very quick one, a very quick touch to refresh on what we have to do. Remember, today is fundraising, and by 7 p.m. Biafran time, we are going to connect to the fundraising. So wherever you are today, please listen, join, share to everybody around you, and very soon we will move and connect to the fundraising. Don't be absent in the fundraising. Remember, we are on the 4th birthday, the 4th month birthday of the United States of Biafra. Today is 29th, and we are celebrating the 4th birthday of the United States of Biafra. Please, as you join, do it and do it well to support Biafra today on the fundraising. I pray that Chukwu Okabiam will give us the strength to partake and do what we have to do. Let us go speedily to this very refreshment, and then we will come back and join the fundraising. Let's watch.
Last week, sometime last week or last 2 weeks, because I live in California, and I have been part of the California group that is shared by I don't know who was. Is somebody that I respected and many people respect too. But I felt so disappointed when I saw her on social media with all the round things that she was making. Now, one of the things that she said that I picked, apart from everything that doesn't really make any meaning to me, was that Isaiah Ogenkere, so to say, was lent some money to Biafrans, and that he was requesting or demanding that his money be given back to him, but you say no. From my own, if I'm correct, I may be corrected. Our Prime Minister, when he was asking Biafrans for IOU to support the struggle, he said when Biafra is fully restored, anybody who gave money to Biafrans will be refunded. But when I don't know who made that statement, I was wondering, why now? So my question is, was Biafra as a nation given to Ogenkere as a collateral? Because I'm wondering why he had to hijack the treasury of Biafra. So that, because it's very, very important. By the time we go back, a lot of us wouldn't want to go and start fighting the same battle we are fighting today against Nigeria, because some group of individuals sold our land to the British merchants. So, as far as you know, because I know that you are the closest person to Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. From what you know, the extent you know, please, it is very important you clear this air when Simon comes out and begins to address us. Possibly, if there are some things he knows that you don't know, we may also ask him the same question. He will need to clarify to Biafrans. So my question is, was Biafra used as a collateral to get money from Ogenkere that made him to hijack the treasury of Biafra? Because at the end of the day, when we go back fully to Biafra and his money is not paid to him, is he going to come after the Central Bank of Biafra so that we'll start all over again fighting for another set of freedom? Please, it is very important to clear this air.
Thank you, thank you so very much, and I appreciate the way you're concerned, and even though I didn't want to address this, because I keep saying that we are building a nation, and it is okay for sometimes for people, disgruntled elements to castigate in whatever form. Let me first start by saying there is no time that I, Dr. Robueze, says or stopped the payment of any money to anybody in the United States of Biafra. This individual you called that loan money to Biafra, we are not owing anybody anything. United States of Biafra. We are not owing any individual. So that information from that individual is not true, it's not accurate. The IOU, there was a condition for the IOU, and many sincere Biafrans have contributed towards the IOU. And the condition is once we protect our land, those IOU will be given back. That is the condition. Let me just tell Biafrans, when the information from the lady you talked about is not true, we are not owing anybody anything as far as the United States of Biafra government is concerned. When we were operating the New Dimension mandate, and this is the first time I'm going to clear this air, so that when people come out to misinform Biafrans, they're fully aware of what they are doing, the damage they are doing when they misinform the public. Not that we don't expect this, but also once the Prime Minister is out, they will be able, if at all there will be any room for that communication at all, which I believe there won't be. When we have New Dimension mandate, I made it in such a way that if there is any money that is going to be taken out from the account of that group, it will be well documented, and I will be aware of that. It happens that at a point we have this individual that was then the treasurer of New Dimension. That was
the other side of the plant.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Please. That was what this individual do is when we do fundraising, that is the only thing that I stated, nothing more, nothing else. I told this individual who was then acting as the treasury of mandate that any money that has to go out from the mandate account, I should be aware of that so that I can inform the executives of the organization that such money goes out. This individual said no, that she has the right after every fundraising, before we even wake up in the morning, she will sign out some money, transfer the money to this other individual's account. That was exactly what happened. There was nothing, all that information from the lady you talked about, there was nothing like money was paid. Nobody is owing him anything as far as this information is concerned. So that is the only thing. That is the fact. And that was why eventually, when the Prime Minister observed that this treasurer we had, after fundraising, we sign out money to these other individuals, the Prime Minister now said that they cannot continue to be in New Dimension mandate. Because I put those information out. It is not just for, again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but it is a normal process of the kind of country we are trying to build, where there's transparency, where there's accountability, especially from people that we entrust our money in. You cannot just go out and just sign out money and give to somebody without either the director of the organization being aware of what you are doing. We do not want to build a state like Nigeria, where we are coming out from. That was the only thing that I said that made these individuals to become upset. They started saying, oh, that they give money and that I'm blocking the repayment of that money. That is not true. All I requested for is, before the treasurer of the organization move any money to this individual, you must let me know so that I can let the organization know. And that was the only thing. For anybody telling you somebody gave gave the government 60-something thousand and the DPM said the money will not be paid, please, that is false. The second thing I want to let Biafrans know, when these individuals continued to act without transparency, exactly, maybe the same thing we are witnessing, without the normal process of running a successful organization, some of us find it difficult to operate in that particular organization. And I believe that was brought to the notice of our Prime Minister. And eventually, when the Prime Minister analyzed the whole situation, he told those two individuals they must leave mandate. And that was why they are no longer executive or holding any position in mandate. The Prime Minister now told them, let them go and handle the government account, the Biafra government in exile account. So that is exactly what happened. We need accountability in running any, not just the organization, in running our nation. In anything we do, we need accountability. Anywhere I am, I need that accountability. Because the people that are contributing money to us, they trust us to report what is going on in any account. But these individuals, they believe there's no need for that. And the Prime Minister saw the need for accountability. And he told them they must leave mandate. That is why they are not in mandate today. So that's exactly what happened. And that is a fact. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's exactly. Thank you, DPM. I'm so proud of you for addressing this. Yes, it's about time. Thank you.
And some people here that are part of that can also chip in one or two things. From D, you can go in and chip in one or two things. I know Dr. Agi, you will start with. And some of the mandate members, you can also chip in one or two things if there is anything that for. So this individual that's saying I blocked payment, all that story, these are just people that are paid by the Nigerian state to use different excuses to stop the final push to restore and protect the United States of Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less. They now go and start misinforming people. Those some believe in them, some are just carried away with that. I don't know if if you want to add anything or
there's nothing to add to
exactly.
Straightforward.
Exactly, Famdi, this is exactly what it is. But I'm just happy you dealt with it today, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so
please,
much.
Honorable.
And on the area of collateral, please, there is nobody that has United States of Biafra as a collateral or anything. Nobody. Please. The only reason you see them doing this thing they're doing is because the Prime Minister is not around. If you all watch the video where these same crop of individuals, when the Prime Minister told them, if not where we are, many of them would have been suspended during that meeting. I will encourage all of you to go watch that video again. So, there is only one government. I don't even recognize if there's any other thing existing out there, whatever, regardless of whatever they claim. So nobody use this.
Thank you for watching. You see, this very part of the video is very important. That is why I brought it to your notice, because there has been several times where people come and claim that they borrowed money to the United States of Biafra and the Deputy Prime Minister stopped the money from being paid to them. Some of them come out to claim that the government of Biafra is owing them. You have heard it from the Deputy Prime Minister directly. She has never stopped anybody receiving payments in Biafra, and Biafra is not owing anybody. Biafra government is not owing anybody. She just explained what transpired. And those who think that Biafra was used as a collateral to borrow money from everybody, nothing like that happened. It did not happen anyway. So I will urge you to go back again and listen to that very video again, because this is one of the propaganda. As I told you at the beginning of the message, that in this platform, we come here to expose those propagandas, debunk the lies they are telling against the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, and our Supreme Amazon Mandeka. And we will continue to do so. My fellow Biafrans, put your money where your mouth is. The only reason some of them today are doing what they're doing is because accountability. They don't want to be accountable to the Biafran people. That is all. They don't want to be accountable to Biafran people. And it is still the same accountability that even when Mazi Samareko was around, they refused to be accountable. And that was why things happened the way it's happening today. So some of us that think that if Mazi Samareko was here, this would not. If Mazi Samareko was here, the same thing will happen, but it will happen in a different form. It will happen in a very different form. They would all be out and begin to rant. It will still happen. But I urge every Biafran that it is our responsibility to protect Biafra. Protecting our United States of Biafra is a responsibility that lies in the hand of every single one of us. Biafra is the only hope we have. It's the only defense we have. When you look at Nigeria today, you can tell that Nigeria is a hopeless place. There is no hope that lies anywhere in Biafra. And wherever you are serving Biafra, please put in your best. Put in your best. It is not about money. Do not put money first. Don't come to Biafra restoration or Biafra struggle for your own selfish interest. Do not come with your selfish interest. It is a selfless service. Selfless service. Any angle, any area you know you can serve Biafra. You can serve humanity in Biafra. Please go to that angle and serve. There are different angles where you can serve. There are people who are serving, who are supporting financially. There are people who are giving all they have. There are people in media. There are people in evangelism. There are people in administration. There are people on different areas serving Biafra. There are men who have committed their own life to serve in Biafran army. All these are services to the United States of Biafra. If you know the area you will serve, not because of what you intend to gain, but serve because you are serving your nation. Serve because of your future. Serve because of the future of your unborn children. Serve because of your generation unborn. I want us to hear this message from our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandika.
Some of you idiots that have only power and glory and money making at heart, you are not freedom fighters and can never be. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because as a freedom fighter, you are called to serve your people. You don't arrogate that very position to yourself. All of you using Biafra to be working for the zoo, all of you will be disgraced comprehensively and totally. Some of you idiots that have only power and glory and money making at heart, you are not freedom fighters and can never be. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because as a freedom fighter, you are called to serve your people. You don't arrogate that very position to yourself. All of you using Biafra to be working for the zoo, all of you will be disgraced comprehensively and totally. Some of you idiots.
You heard that message clearly from our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandika. The service to Biafra is a selfless service. If you are in this very struggle and all you do is to distract Biafrans, all you do is to take us back, All you do is to come and take bribe and serve for your own selfish interests. I bet you, you are going to face the consequence of your action and you'll be disgraced. You see every one of them today. Most of them today that are fighting against the United States of Biafra is for their selfish interests. See them forming WhatsApp group where they collect money. And they say they are gathering money to give to the men on the ground. What a shame. What a shame. And I blame the Biafrans that pay attention to these idiots. Even when you know that you already have a government, which you voted for. You have a government that you voted for through your referendum. And yet somebody will corner you somewhere and give you a WhatsApp group that is paying money. He want to sponsor the rebel group for you. And you give money. When you sponsor to fight against your own freedom directly or indirectly, you are going to share for the punishment when the punishment comes. No single one of you that is fighting against Biafra today will go free. It doesn't matter who you are. You will never go scot-free. No matter where you are joining from, no matter where you are participating from, you will never go scot-free. And I bet you at the end of the day, you are going to pay a heavy price for every atrocities you are committing in this struggle. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell and my beloved sister Ojugo. You're welcome. My brother Maxwell, you are here first, but please let's allow our sister Ojugo to speak to us because of our location. And
that's okay.
After my sister, then my brother Maxwell will take the mic. Okay. Go ahead, my sister Ojugo.
Good morning, Bro Chooks, and
Maxwell
and all my good Biafrans.
I
know. Thank you. I know you. I didn't hear from the beginning, but I just want to say something or suggestion of this Hamadike voice. You know, I'm suggesting anytime we will do question and answer, that in between question and answer, to bring out this voice. You know why I said in between, so that we have more people that will listen to this voice, because this is what we are suffering right now. People in the name, they are looking for Biafra, are looking for their pocket. So if you can do us that favor, in between question and answer, when we'll have a lot of crowd put on the space to pump in this message, to refresh Biafran's memory of what Ahmadike said here. I think it will go a long way. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. Okay. So, my brother Maxwell, my sister, are you done?
Yes. I just want to throw in that suggestion. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, my brother Maxwell, go ahead and take the mic.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mazi Chooks. Good morning from here. Good morning, Nemoche. May God continue to bless all of you for your support.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Mazen Nambekano, wherever you are. Simon Ekpa, my Prime Minister. I say, may the Spirit of God that started this journey, that brought you into this journey, continue to protect you wherever you might be, and close the eyes of the enemies that are fighting you. I salute my DPM, Dr. Ngazan Rabweza, and all that she is doing. Slow but steady, says the tactics. I know. She is operating within a limited finance. We don't have much, but we are not going to fault her. But we will try what we can in order to make sure that her leadership will not have, very serious problem when it comes to finance. God's willing, as long as God will provide for us, I believe that the people of the United States of Biafra will contribute to make it a success, so that our enemies will not laugh at us. You see, I see most of them in the comment section, OC Incorporated, that name, Anytime I hear it, anytime I see it or hear it, it shock me. All my brothers and sisters. Yes, all my brothers and sisters in the comment section, I salute each and every one of you. May God continue to bless you for supporting. It is not easy to come, listen, comment, sit down 1 hour, 2 hours, listening to what is going on, we are saying, the nonsense we are saying here, So thank you, and may God continue to bless you and reward you for the time that you have taken to support this. Without you, none of us will be here. So we have to join hands together and move this struggle to a faster rate that the enemies will tremble when they see us coming. Yes, Mazi Chiefs. You see, I came in here. See, there is no sensible Biafran that will fight for the freedom of her father's ancestral land, hoping to get reward from it, especially in this case that we are now. Anybody that comes in with that intention of making profit from the suffering, do you know where the monies are coming from? The monies that are being contributed are, let me say, self-will. Contribution from people, from their heart. Some are not really happy when they are giving it, but they have to give it in order to protect, to support this cause. And all they do is to come and begin to fight. See, something is entrusted. You are holding something in trust. The people say, hold this thing for us, manage it for us. All Biafrans cannot come here and become prime minister or deputy prime minister, COAs and ministers. There are people elected in order to carry out those functions. But when they give you such functions, you are holding it in trust. Not that you are the best to be there. The people trusted you, and that is the reason why they gave it to you. But when they call you to give account, it is people's money. If you cannot give account, then there is no difference between you and the zoo we are fighting. There is no difference between you and the enemy that we are fighting. Because that is their stock in trade. That is what they are notorious for. That is what they are known for. I did not come here to make profit. I believe Mazi Chiefs did not come here to make profit. I came here joining you simply because I am part of the eyes or the nose, whichever one that is affected, the other one will be affected as well. I have families in Biafra land, although majority of them are citizens of other countries, but they do come home. I have relatives as well. I have cousins as well that are related to me. Why won't I support them? Why won't I support you in any way that I can in order to make sure that the suffering that they are going through is removed, is taken away from them? Rather, what they do is to come and collect money. When they call you to give account, you refuse. Rather, you form your own group. Like I said, as Okene, if you are doing anything that is not going to take the lives of our people, then God will bless you. But if through your actions, the life of our people are threatened, God will judge you and judge you horribly. God will judge you and judge you horribly. I did not say you should not follow your path. Follow your path. Because you believe that path you are following, but let it not affect the life of the people we are trying to protect. If you do, you will face the wrath of God. Coming to the topic, Mazi Chooks, the day Ojukwu, my eternal leader, my uncle, and great men and women of Biafra land that stood against the globalists, the British, the USSR as at that time, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and all the rest of them. And fought them to a standstill till the time they surrendered. That was the day an African man died. That was the day the globalists felt that, yes, with their influence, they can do something. That is the day they started their onslaught using the stooges within us. You can see what happened in Libya. The reason why today you see ISIS, West Africa, everywhere, ISWAP, and the rest of them, ISIS and ISWAP, fighting, that we are now suffering, is because of what they did against Muammar Gaddafi. I don't want to go deep into that, but I also blame Muammar Gaddafi, a very good man. When you get closer to people, you will know the kind of people they are. When I did my jungle warfare in Libya for 1 year, I had the opportunity, to see him address us at Benghazi. I had the opportunity, the privilege to see him face to face. And when we were graduating, he gave us handshakes. They took him out because of the plan he has for Africa. The same plan, the same reason why they took Kwame Nkrumah out. The same thing that made them to take away Thomas Sankara. The same thing. The only people that they are not able to take away today is Captain Ibrahim Traore, the Malian president, I don't know his name, and the Nigerian president. Why? Because they have some support from Russia. Yes. But any other one, before this time, they removed them. Look at what France did to Laurent Gbagbo of Ivory Coast. Install Alassane Ouattara there. They are stooge. And today, because of what their sister nation is doing, Burkina Faso, they are also trying to fall in. That is the day they conquered the Biafra land. That was the day Africans died. Like Mazen Namdekano said, the restoration and the world recognition of Biafra will mark the beginning of an African man and woman. The return of their dignity and respect in the world. And these people know, the globalists, they knew all this. They know all this. That is the reason why they are holding us the way they are holding us. When Mazen Namdekano started, they found one way or the other to shut him down. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa picked it up from where he left it. They picked him up. Another person they are also going to plan now, they are planning to, with the support of the enemies around us too, is the Tongas and Haravesi. But they will fail. That will be their last stop. The rest will come. Mazen Namdekano will come. Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, will come. We will be reunited with them. And this journey will be very, very steep for them, the enemies. Continue doing what you are doing. The Lord is on our side. As long as we are not invading anybody, as long as the only thing we are fighting is the prosperity of the Biafran people, the self-recognition of the Biafran people, the dignity of the Biafran people, nobody is going to win against us. They will never prevail again upon us. We will prevail at the end. For every good thing that will come to your life, it will not come easy. There are prices that people pay to get to where they are today. I thank you, and I hold the mic here.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that very input. And as you just said, and you made it clear. In Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. Protect Biafra to protect humanity. They can continue to dance around it. That is a fact, an undeniable fact. Until every indigenous person in Nigeria realizes that the only solution today is to break up that zoo, they will continue to suffer in the hand of the terrorists. Until the world rise up and do the right thing for the Biafrans. Take responsibility for the atrocities they committed against Biafran people. The genocide that the world powers supported against the Biafran people. Until they do that, peace will never return to humanity. Sometimes when we talk about Biafra, they think it's just about the people who are living in that location where Chukwu Okike have placed them. It is not just about us. It is not just about us. If Africa is free, the world will be free. And if Africa is not free and the terrorists take over Biafra land, if Biafra is not free and the terrorists take over our land, the whole West Africa is going to be taken over. Africa will be in trouble and the world will not be spared. They can continue to ignore it and pretend it's not happening. We are now presenting Biafra as a remedy to the world. We are presenting Biafra as a remedy to the world to checkmate the operation of the terrorists in the Sahel region. It is not something that is hidden. And the effort they are making today is to get hand on the wealth, the wealthiest region in Africa. The wealthiest region in Africa, Biafra land. A land flowing with milk and honey. They want to take it over by fire, by force. And Chukwu Okike is strengthening his children, keeping us strong and make sure that they do not penetrate wherever they are. Even though they use all manner of tricks, they use even our own brothers. They use our own brothers. Some of our brothers have volunteered to work for them to take over our land, for what they will eat, for recognitions. Until the world pay attention to Biafra land. Until they pay attention, they are not serious to deal with terrorism. In the northern part of Nigeria, every terrorist group in this world has their full soldiers in the north. Every terrorist group you can think about in this planet Earth, on this planet Earth, have their foot soldiers in the northern part of Nigeria. They have taken over villages. They have camps. They have raised flags. These informations are in the public. But unfortunately, no conventional media is paying attention to this. No international media is paying attention to it. No independent media is paying attention to it. When we talk about it, some of them will call us noisemakers. But it continues to play out. And when you leave the people to fight for themselves, definitely, for we Biafrans, our land will never be taken over. It doesn't matter how they try. Whether the world like it or not, we will fight and defend ourselves. Mazin Nande cannot describe what the British have given us as devil alternative. If we fight, we will die. If we don't fight, we will still die. It is better we fight and die like a hero. And we have chosen to fight. And we will fight to defend our territory. Self-determination is not a crime. That is what we ask for. I want us to hear this message from Mazen Nandekano before we continue.
Nobody is reliable. That is why only self-determination can save you. Nobody, no institution, once they buy them, they are gone. Look at TUC making noise. Hey, comrade with their fiscal. Comrade, everywhere. Comrade has gone to Abuja. They have even comrade money. He has cancelled strike.
That is how they buy over everybody. Only self-determination can set us free. Only self-determination. It is much, much painful when we see our fellow Biafran brothers deny their identity, fight against their own freedom. You will see our fellow Biafrans join hands to weaken the strength of Biafra. You use their own hand to destroy their own defense. You see some of our brothers in the coastal region today. They already know that Nigeria is not meant for any one of us. They accept that. They know that Nigeria is there to destroy. And they know very well that on their own, they cannot make any point. They can't defend themselves. Adakaboro have tried it and failed. Sarowiwa tried it and failed. Biafra went to war and fought, and they used them to truncate it. It did not succeed. What any sensible person should be thinking now is how to unite, fight as one, and then get this Biafra. Mazen Nanekana have made it clear that there is no minority in Biafra land. Biafra is a country. Inside that country called Biafra, there are nations. And when Biafra comes, every nation will be on their own. Ijo nation will be on their own as Ijo people. Efik nation will be on their own. Igbo nation will be on their own. Ibanke nation will be on their own. Even if you people are three, you will be on your own as a nation. Manage your resources and develop yourself. Our focus is freedom. It is not to occupy anybody's land. But still, some people continue to buy this lie. Among every tribe, major tribe in Nigeria, it is only the Igbos that did not make any move to conquer anybody. Only the Igbos did not make any move from history to conquer anybody. It is not because they are not strong. It is not because they don't have the numbers. It is not because they don't have the experience or the wisdom or the weapons. They have all. But conquering people is an abomination. Taking over people's property is an abomination in Igbo land. That is why they never get involved in conquering anybody. Even with their population, all they do come to your area, negotiate with you, go into business with you. If you sell a property for them, they will help you to develop that area, including providing employment opportunity. In every state in Nigeria, that is developed, go and check in their capital city and the development. The Igbo tribe contribute, if not more than 40%, at least 40% to their development. I didn't make the number. Even in their convention, you hear it, that in any state you go, after the indigenous people, the next population is the Igbos. The same way it is in properties and development.
Mazi Chooks, can I come in here?
Go ahead.
You see, when you look at the spirit, you know, from the time, even when I was still serving in the army, you know, I was doing business as well. I was doing business.
Every Igbo man is doing business. Even those working in offices, they still have their shops. They have their businesses.
See, let me tell you, Igbo people are very, very versatile. Anytime I sit down, I look at myself, and I said, I see the behavior of the I look at myself, very lucky man to be. to come out of that particular tribe, Igbo tribe. When you come to Ghana here, envy and jealousy among my Ghanaian people against them.
I don't know why.
Let me tell you, it is not juju. Yeah, it is not juju. Our Ghana people say here, say that something is. They will be suspecting that they'll say, we know that this one, they know they do it with clear eye. But it is not juju. It's strategy and courtesy. Courtesy in doing business. Look, I compete with some of them because sometimes I do bring cars from outside. You will see the same car you bought from the
We can hear you. You are breaking up, Bro Maxwell. I think your network is having a problem. We can't hear you.
Put it for. Oh, what about now?
I think it's better. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. You see, the same product. Let's say Toyota Corolla. I know the price. I know the cost. Then I bring it here. I fix it. I put it for sale. Let's say the profit margin is 30,000 Ghana cedi. And when you go to the car park, you see people are selling 30,000, 35,000, 40,000. That is the profit margin. But do you know what I normally do? I go cut them down. Evil man is ready. Instead of him to make in a competitive environment, instead of him to make that 40, 50,000, that high profit, he is ready to cut it down to 25,000. While I am sitting down there waiting for 40, 50,000, this man has gone more than 3 times and come back.
Of course.
So when I come, and when you look at how they treat you when you go to buy from them, especially here, you know that yes, these people, it is in their blood. They talk about them here. That is the tribe that is leading that Biafra. This is the tribe that is the majority in that place. But Mazen Namdekano realized all these things. He said there will be no majority, there will be no minority. Do you think that Mazen Namdekano is a bigot or egoistic? When he was saying develop the Cross River Seaport, make it international. Develop with Wacha Seaport, make it international. Build railways. Do this, do the interest or recognize that they are one people. Won't he be fighting for Igbo nation alone? He will be fighting for Igbo nation alone. But he recognized the affinity, the brotherhood and sisterhood among you. That relationship that is there with them. Yet, you people say no, you will not. You say no, you will not. Come and join. I've been begging these people, come and join. They refuse. Our people in Igbo land, they say, Missy, aga panimo, yagana akunya nampa. Aga akunya no ku. Missy aga ba ima ausana. Aga akunya aga oku yakunya. Look, what is about to happen to these people is still warming up. We, the Igbo-speaking part of Biafra, we have tested the evil of the Nigerian terrorist government. In that war, we bore the brunt of that war. We suffered the most. Our people were slaughtered the most. Till today, it is the same people. Because of that war, our people are not recognized today. The hate grew till today as we speak. And that is the reason why somebody would tell you that Humphrey Mosu deserve no honor in the zoo that they hate you, they hate even your footprints. And when we come to you, you still be trying to be politically correct. You want to validate, oh, there is hope for Nigeria. There is no hope for that country that their senators are predators. Look at what they are doing to Natasha. You think that Senate is a coven of the evil kingdom or so. That's what I would call it. It's an evil coven. Out of 109, you have only 4 women there. What does that tell you? And the little one that are there, the little number you are there, you are predating on them. And when they speak, they gang up against her. That is the place you want us to be, to fear. But I'm parrying it. I will never be there. I will never be there. And I will not validate such evil. My duty is to support anything that is going to bring it down to its kneel. And that is the support for Biafra. If you like, in the Riverine area, continue to hope in Nigeria until the day Nigeria will collapse on your head, as it has started collapsing now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. And the one funny thing is that some of them never learn. They don't learn. You know, there's a time Mazen Nanekane was preaching a message and he said, we are all Igbos. I think I have played the video here where he said, we are all Igbos. Everybody from the old southeastern region, we are all Igbos. And you wouldn't understand until you pay attention. For those of us that have lived in the north, you can testify to that. That everybody from the old southeastern region is regarded as Inyamiri. It doesn't matter who you are. To an extent, even people from Edo State and even Yoruba sometimes misunderstand themselves and they regard you as Inyamiri. When you hear them attacking an Igbo Biafran and you think it's about them, you are fooling yourself. I want you to learn a lesson and hear this message from Effiong. I want you to hear what General Effiong explained during the war, what transpired during the war. Let us watch this video. Listen carefully what General Effiong is going to say.
These were killed during the July program, and I myself, I'm not an Igbo man, but I was to be killed also, and I just managed to escape. And a few of the officers escaped, but very many were killed. Those that were killed came from what was then Eastern Nigeria. For instance, Major Rock is not an Igbo man, but he was killed. He was killed in Kaduna. Major Kanam was killed in Lagos, and he is not an Igbo man. And several others like that. I'm trying to say that the people, the officers killed, came not just from one tribe, but from the Eastern Nigeria as it then was. Yes. And so there you are. It was lucky for those of us that escaped.
You see this information. Some of them see these informations and they don't pay attention to this. In as much as their Igbo brothers is taking responsibility to be in the front line, because I can say they are the elder brother. And now every single one of them begin to feel that they are safe. They will call you and give you a Senate president, and you feel you are safe. They will call you and make you a president, you feel you are safe. Then they will use you to begin to preach hate against your people, to expose and be a stumbling block to the success of your own region. Every single individual from the old Southeastern region, we are one people. Until you realize that, I bet you, as for those of us who have seen it already, we are gone and gone for good. But those of you who have still remained in that propaganda and feel that you want to make yourself relevant, and because of that, you know that when Biafra comes, you will not be relevant in Biafra. And for that, you want to remain in your Zolika Republic and continue to dwell in that fraud. Your time is up. Your time is up. And from the event that is unfolding today in that zoo, the event that is unfolding today, the best thing you can do is to fall back into the United States of Biafra. That is the only place your defense lies. I heard some of the idiots are calling for referendum. A referendum that we have already conducted, and more than 50 million people signed up for the United States of Biafra. This vote was gotten from every region in the old southeastern region, including those idiots who are calling for self-referendum today. Go and tell them to conduct referendum. They will not get the number we have already gotten. And instead of them falling in line to join what is happening,
who is calling for referendum? Yes.
The people from the coastal region, Asere Dokuba and Co.
Oh
That is
my
the latest.
God,
That is
Jesus
the latest move now. After
For
they
what?
have the Ijaw people, after they have seen what they have done with their governor in the River State, they are calling. They are calling for referendum.
For what?
To give them their state, their nation, or whatever they want to. I can't just understand my sister. Let them come and answer.
Oh my God.
They are asking for referendum for Ijaw nation.
Okay. Oh, Ijaw nation for how many people?
It is so sad.
As a country or as a state under Nigeria?
My sister is really laughable.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. See, I don't know whether people didn't do history at school. Don't they do history? When we did history, 3 major languages in Nigeria. 3 major languages in Nigeria. The Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba. And under Igbo, you have other little languages, minor languages. And this 3 shows you that old, the region, how the country was before the amalgamation.
Exactly.
So, I don't know how, how we're gonna do this. Like, so Ijaw is how? Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I don't know how. Sometimes you don't even know from where to start, from where to end, to even advise people.
Even when Mazin Nandekano in his speech has made the offer that let us get the Biafra, then everybody stands as a nation.
Yes. Okay. And you see those Ijaw and the coastal region answering Ngozi, answering Ched, and then they are telling you they are not Igbo because Obasanjo called them that Niger Delta of yesterday, and that makes a difference immediately in their heart that they are Niger Delta. So, oh Jesus Christ! Sometimes you be thinking, how else or what is the method that you can use to get this penetrate into the head and heart of our people, so that they get this once and for all. What is it that Ijaw is gonna do for Nigeria? What do they think they're gonna do? If they remove Igbo speaking tribe, Nigeria is conquered. It's the only Biafra land is the one holding that country, Nigeria, from being conquered. We are the only one. Any minute we say we are not fighting anymore. Okay, you guys do whatever. A twinkle of an eye, the whole place is covered. We are their stumbling block. So why is Asari and his people calling the Igbos to come and help them if they can stand as a nation. I don't know. That man sometimes, I don't know if he drinks uguguru, because even when he's talking, his eyes are closed, and you don't know if it's really, you know,
If it's really him talking.
yeah, if it's him talking or there is a spirit in him talking, because somebody whose eyes are not open and is talking, is he sleeping or what is that going on? You know, you don't understand. And people are listening to him and following him. And he's using the life of the young ones to protect his life.
Mm.
And these little ones don't get it. He's just using them to steal his own life. When they come, they will kill all of them. They will run away. You know. So, well, I'm sorry for them because they don't have any option. They have no option. They are Biafrans. And then Nnamdi Kanu said it. If your mother ties two wrapper, you're a Biafra. If your mother ties two wrapper, you're a Biafra. You know. So, I'm so sorry for them. We are Biafrans. There's no two ways about it. And if they can, we all come together, fight this. Like even Simon, the Prime Minister said that. State by state, you go to your state, you develop your state with your resources. It's not the same thing as being a nation under Biafra. That's your oil. Take it, take care of it, develop your area. I doubt any state in Biafra land that doesn't have natural resources. So let them not to talk about. Yes, let them talking about this. Their oil. There is no state. Even this oil, even gas is even more in Imo State. In coal. Anambra, they've discovered even gas and oil. So there is, I don't know what is going on. There is no state in Biafra land that doesn't. Is it even in Enugu side, farming, rice, yam. What is it that we don't have in abundance? Even Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told the Britons, "Hey, do you see this oil? Take it, but give us our freedom."
Simple.
To show them that this oil is not our business. So we're not talking about this oil. No, that's not our problem at all. Take it, but can we have freedom? Pure freedom, because we're thinking Africans are thinking they are free. We are not free. They just modernized slavery. That's all they did. Modernization of slavery. That's all. Are we still under slavery? 100%. Yes. But in a modernized way. So that's why Nnamdi Kanu is asking for freedom, pure freedom. You see this oil? Take, but give us our freedom. There's nothing a Biafra man cannot do with his hand, with his brain. Nothing. We have that. We are talented. And people are here destroying this, using this Biafra as a supermarket where you can put up your store. You do buying and selling. That's the intention of our people. And this started with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I'm sorry to say that. Because he surrounded himself in the beginning with all these callous human beings that are after their pocket, not sincerely out for Biafra. But my happiness is that he noticed that. That's why he was asking for men. He noticed that he had nothing. But what can he do at that point? He was working with what was available. Because you can see the thread is still going. So some of them, after Nnamdi Kanu captured, got into Simon Ekpa and showcased themselves again there. And when you're kicking them out, sieving them, you see them, they're pumping their head from all corners, all the corners. And then some of them again, from there, enter the Biafra USB now. But that training and saving to get the hardcore is still going on. And we are gathering a lot of hardcore people that are meant to bring this Biafra. We're getting there. Because if you check what is going on, they're seeing Biafra as a supermarket or as a mall. In fact, as a mall, you come, you put up your store. Otherwise, all these people, money, men on ground. We are no longer have men on ground. What we have is Biafra army. There is nothing like men on ground. Because that name, men on ground, is the name of their stores.
Yes.
They use it to sample their stores to make money. Please, my dear, we no longer have men on ground. Anybody that have men on ground want to take your money. We do not have men on ground. What we have is Biafra army, armed forces of Biafra, United States of Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that very line of thought. It's sad that some of them are not learning. Yeah.
Master Chooks, let me support my Nemoche.
Go ahead.
From the day the United States of Biafra was declared by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and all the rest of the people of the United States of Biafra, was the day men on the ground ceased to exist. We have Biafran army under the command of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Deputy Prime Minister. Anybody that is telling you to fall back to Biafran Republic government in exile or men on the ground is deceiving you, and that person is taking your money. It's a scam. Don't fall to it. I don't blame them. Is it not when they ask you to bring them, you bring, that they will chop? Who am I going to blame? It is you that is going there to donate. It be you where I go blame. Not the people that are asking you to. If you no give, would they take? That's my own. No. That's my own. Any information that is not coming from the United States of Biafra, ignore it.
That's true.
Kick it out. Kick it out. We are under the United States of Biafra. Or you are in the other opposing side, and you will become my enemy. Enemy will be so I will talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You've just said it, and that is how it is. And it takes us back to the word of our Deputy Prime Minister that she always repeats every day. When you take your money and you sponsor rebel against yourself, you sponsor men on the ground instead of supporting United States of Biafra Army. Tomorrow you begin to cry. You are the one that will walk to them, they will give you an account and you pay in. Even when you know that they are not the legitimate group. Somebody will open a WhatsApp group, you go there, they will tell you give money. They want to go and give to one name or so. They begin to exalt a particular person to be stronger than the United States Army, United States of Biafra Army. And you buy into the idea. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your money. Now you take your leg, go there. And as you go there, that will simply swallow you. If you don't go there, you don't go and donate, they are not going to sponsor the evil against you. The fuel they are using today to attack the government that will protect you and your life is the fuel that you are giving to them. We must desist from supporting evil against ourselves. We must desist from listening to these propagandists and blackmail. Don't even go and attack them on their channel. Don't say, I want to go there and tell them they're telling lies. There is no need for that. No need to go there and challenge them or try to convert them. Leave them. Let them be. Let them be. If you are convinced that you're on the right path, remain where you are. Give your utmost support, financial support, to the United States of Biafra government. That's the right place to go. Today is Saturday fundraising. Be in that fundraising. The link has been shared. You pay your money through online or through your admin in your area. Join the Zoom by 7 p.m. Announce your donation if you wish to. If you want to make it silent, it's up to you. But be part of that Zoom, 7 p.m. Biafran time. It is our responsibility to continue to sponsor the restoration of Biafra until we get to our destination. There is no going back. No matter what the enemy is trying. Today is state donation. Donate to support your own state. People are making donation to support whichever state you come from. You can make a donation. The donation will go to the security of your own state. Remember, the decentralization of United States of Biafra Army has been done. Every state have their own army to defend. It has been decentralized, so you wouldn't say you're waiting for order from Abuja or anywhere before you can defend yourself. United States of Biafra is putting everything in place as a government to put things right. Nobody can say he has absolute power to control and you come and claim King Kong. Without him, something cannot happen. He is not in Biafra. Every one of you that is promoting individual, you better stop it right away. What we are promoting is United States of Biafra. The institution is what we are after. If it is a United States of Biafra Army, we promote that institution, regardless who is there. Whoever is in charge in any area, we support that person to go ahead and take us to the destination. The office of the Prime Minister of Biafra, under Master Simon Ekpa, whoever is in charge today, we support that person to get to the highest level. Whichever area, in the media, in the army, on the ground, anywhere you are, whatever you are doing, supporting in one way or the other, as long as you're working under the government of Biafra, on that department, we support you. And once you take yourself away from USB, you're on your own. You're on your own. The only defense we have is United States of Biafra. Let us together protect the United States of Biafra. Let us together look into United States of Biafra and do what we have to do. It is our own country. Nobody can do it for us except we do it for ourselves. Nigeria has ended and will never ever rise. If you're one of those who is dreaming that something is going to come out of Nigeria, dream on. Dream on. And I pray that you'll be alive to tell the story when the time comes. There are every indices to show that Nigeria is a failed state. A failed state that can never ever be redeemed, no matter how you try. I'm going to play a video to reveal one of the atrocities of the contraption called Nigeria and its politicians. It is a video that has been made long time ago by the same lady they are persecuting when she testified in their Senate of the atrocities in that zoological republic. Let us listen and hear what she has to say.
The greatest steel plant in China today and 5 of the biggest steel plants in India, citing Belial, because we need the infrastructure set up. Because once the 2%, which is largely the blast furnace, once it's ignited, the blast furnace is to run for 18, 25 years non-stop. That means many people say, why, if the Russians really wanted Ajakuta to work, why did they leave at 2%, at 98%? It's because if they had started, would have had a wholesome damage. And for these 3 years, which was more than enough to have the infrastructure running, the roads, dredging. At that time, they even proposed the dredging of River Niger, but not one letter was responded to, and they had to leave. It was a sad experience, they had to leave. It was more sad because, like I said, people like me, many Russians that came to Nigeria and got married to Nigerians, they were separated. My mother till today does not even have a Nigerian passport, even though my father wasn't working, but the rules were not so fair to many people. So when they left, I will read now. In October, when the Russians left, and we had such huge debt to pay, they did not take Nigeria to court. They kept on sending letters of reminder. How are you going to pay this? But most importantly, they reminded Nigeria, if you are interested in continuing the completion of your plans, let us know. We will come back. All we have to is renegotiate. But what happened was, in October 1995, I'm going to read from this part because there are some key words I don't want to miss. A series of debt buyback transactions took place whereby the debt instruments were sold at inflated prices to Liberian companies, purportedly owned by the Abachas. The two companies are called Parna Shipping Corporation and Mecosta Securities. These are two companies that were registered in Liberia, and these are the two companies that bought the debts. Now, on one part, Parna Shipping Corporation and Mecosta Securities, on one part, they were negotiating the reduction of that near $1 billion debt. And Russia waved away over 400 million and said, you know what? You're a struggling country, you're a small country, just pay $500 million. Forget about the rest. While on the other hand, the Abacha administration told Nigeria that the Russians insisted on the money, on the nearly $1 billion, and apart from that, there were debts incurred upon the debt buyback. So that amounted to $2.5 billion. So that means $2.5 billion were taken from our reserve, while only $500 billion was being paid. So that is the debt buyback. 2014. The Egyptian government embarked upon a huge project to dualize the Suez Canal. And that Suez Canal, the president Sisi sold the idea so patriotically to the people that $8 billion was raised in 10 days. Mr. Speaker, these are facts. $8 billion was raised in 10 days from a country that has a population of just 91 million. They don't have individuals as rich as Nigeria. But what matters is leadership and the ability to connect to the people so that an average person on the street, the person roasting corn, the organizer, everybody will believe in this national dream. And a crime against Ajakuta is a crime against Nigeria. And there is no court. Supposing this $525 million was actually an order of the greatest court on earth. Nigeria is a sovereign nation, and we decide to allow criminals or not to allow criminals into our land, whether they are nationals, Nigerians, or foreign. So, sir, it's actually Nigeria's duty to ensure that people who have committed crimes on this land are not holding our most precious assets. Also, we would say that Ajakuta and Itape must not be privatized or concession, but be owned 100% by the federal government of Nigeria and operated alongside the original builders only in areas of technical expertise. And once there is an absolute transfer of technology, the Russians can go. We believe we have seen Nigerians around the world conducting amazing things in engineering, so there's no reason why they shouldn't. We would also like to appeal that this Honorable House asks to get the executive to assemble a team of economic experts to travel to Russia, which I'm speaking with regards to the bilateral agreement, which is still standing open. Because we believe that once a country or two countries come together and agree on a particular reasoning, then that is binding on the nations. It's upon meeting with President Putin that Nigeria can then begin to decide the way forward. And I also agree with the previous speakers that there has to be a redesign of the steel sector. Why redesigns? Because when I visited Russia 2 years ago and I spoke with the original builders, they told me that the plan upon which the Nigeria steel industry is built, it was designed in 1971 by the geological survey conducted by these same original builders. And they said by now, the advancement of technologies and innovation in the sector has caused the realization and usage of new materials which were ordinarily not known to them then. They also told me that we might be oblivious of the fact that Rolls-Royce today, the great Rolls-Royce, uses important alloys sourced from Kogi State, probably supplied by illegal miners. But that is why I say it is very important that we call them back to conduct another survey, because probably in the modernization and upgrade of the plant.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans. I appreciate you for being part of this program. We are going to stop it here and to continue later so that we can prepare for the fundraising. The fundraising is going to start maybe in the next 15 minutes. The fundraising is going to start. So please connect to the fundraising, join the Zoom and make your donation. We are going to follow up on that very fundraising. Let us prepare to join the fundraising. So we're going to stop it here to continue later on from where we stop. So my fellow Biafrans, prepare. Do not fail to be part of that fundraising. It is very important. Remember, we are celebrating the 4th month of the United States of Biafra. We are celebrating the 4th month today. Today is the 4th month old. United States of Biafra is 4 months old. So we're going to celebrate. Come with your gift to the fundraising. Thank you and see you in the fundraising.
That's so. Ayala. Umo Biafra nala. Ayala na lanso. Ngwanu kailawa. Aka kuchoma. Aka kuchoma. We are unstoppable. We are indefatigable. Ebe ị na-ala obodo ọma.